I started making jewelry, mostly for myself because I wanted cool things to wear and I wanted unique things to wear and I wanted to have things that other people couldn't find at just a regular store. So I just used the materials that we had already, so there was like no cost to me, and it was just became a hobby, and I really enjoyed it, so I kept doing it. And I would wear the stuff that I liked, so other people really liked it too, so they started talking to me and asking me where I got all this stuff, and I was like, oh, I made it, and it just like amped up the value of it, because it's really cool when like somebody you know has made something for you, or made something that you think is cool, instead of just buying it. Started selling my jewelry because people really liked it. As I said before, people enjoyed what I was wearing, and like they couldn't get it anywhere else because it was pretty unique. And so plus I'm selling it at like cheaper prices because it was no cost to me. Like I said, I already had all the materials, so I wasn't buying stuff, and so I could sell it for super cheap and like just to my friends. And so people would ask me where I got it, and I told them that I made it, and they started asking me for like specific things. And I decided, instead of just like catering to a very small group of friends that was like my tight circle that had just seen me wear stuff, I decided to like advertise it on Facebook. And so I made a Facebook page, like a fan page for my jewelry, like branded it and all this stuff. And then I would post pictures of my products, and I would like send out a mass text or a mass message or email or whatever, and tell people that I put up new products, like they can go check it out and they can tell me if they want them. And it was a better system than what I had been doing before, which is just like I had new products, I would bring them to school and like show people, and they could tell me if they wanted them, and it was like very open my black coat. I'm like, here, what do you want? So like the Facebook page was a lot better, and it got really successful, and people really responded to it well. So I like to continue that. I think it'd be really fun to keep it going. As far as the process goes, I usually carry around just like a small journal with me, and because I will have ideas just randomly, and I'm very forgetful, so I need to write things down. And so I carry around the small journal with me, and I like to, or just papers, whatever, and I like to draw the ideas as they come to me, or I'll draw it, or I'll like write things down, give notes myself, so I can remember later. And so I have this journal full of ideas for jewelry that I want to make and that I can make. And so I'll go home, and if I would decide to sit down and start making jewelry, if I'm in the mood for it, like throw on some music, I'll sit down and look through my journal and decide what I have the materials for, what I have the time for, and what like interests me the most to make. And so I'll sit down and make the products that I really feel like making that day. And then for however much time I have, I'll either make a bunch of small pieces, or I'll make like one very complicated piece. So I just sit down, put my head down, start making them, and I'll usually go for like hours at a time. I kind of just lose myself in it because it's really fun, and it's just like tedious work with your hands, and I can like watch a movie, or I can like listen to music and just like get lost. So yeah, there have been times where I'll sit down and make jewelry, and I'm like, oh my god, it's 8 hours later, and I have like 17 pairs of earrings in front of me, so that's cool. But it's fun. It's just become a hobby of mine, so I don't mind it at all.